If you go to a restaurant and order a sandwich, I'm sorry. I can't help you. You're beyond help. You can make an okay sandwich at home. Order something that requires cooking, heat, effort. Hey, chat. How are you? Size. So, I went lifting with Lennox. We go to our little condo gym. It was a Sunday afternoon. And right away, I open all the window blinds. And he says, "Don't do that. People can see us. People will look in here." And I said, "If they want to look, like Mel Robbins says, let them." Do a little stretching, which shows off a little my butt crack. Lennox goes, "Oh, God." And so we start getting it in, start smashing, start cracking on. And he does weights more than he is able to. And I said, "Len, go down a weight." "No, I don't want to go down a weight. I want to get strong quicker." I'm like, "It doesn't work that way. And go lighter and you'll work your way up." "No, that's for losers." Okay, buddy. Okay, never mind. But I taught him such thing as angles, like on the cable machine, where you can do the crossover, like the EPMD song. I did some curls with 35-pound plates. I could have done 25-pound plates, but I deserve it. Treat myself right. But I did curls with a couple 35-pound plates. Child's play, I like to call it. And it went 10 reps. And at the end, he said, "You look like you're dying." And I was like, "Good. If I go out like this, I go out like a rock star." So there's a technique called pouring the milk. And it's when you do the shoulder raise, and at the top of the shoulder raise, you twist your wrist like you're pouring the milk. So you got the dumbbell in your hand, you bring it up, and then you turn your wrist like you're pouring milk, and that works different muscles in the shoulder and forearm. And so I was like, he was doing shoulder raises, lateral shoulder raises. And I kept saying, "Pour the milk." And he's doing too heavy dumbbells. He's doing 10s. I can barely do 20, okay? And I'm 28 years old. But he's doing 10s. He's having difficulty. And at the top of his rep, I'm like, "Pour the milk." And he goes, "I can't pour the milk." "Pour the milk. It's too hard. I can't pour the milk." "Pour the milk. I'll pour the milk tomorrow." "There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow." Come on, Balboa. But we laughed. We joked. What else did we yap about? Well, what happens at the Smith rack stays at the Smith rack. Okay? Also took Lennox and John White to Target, drove them over there. It's like 2 miles away, but I didn't want them walking. I was like, "I'll drive you guys. I don't care." Right before we left, I was like, "Len, do you have money?" And he's like, "Yeah, I got $60. And I said, "Oh, see, you should have lied. You should have said, 'I only have $2 and I'm but a mere pauper.' And I would have given you $20. But before we got out to the car, I said, "What do you guys want to listen to on the way there? Lil Wayne John or Rick Ross blowing money fast?" Silence. Radio silent. BMF. The video has Stacey Dash in it. Clueless? As if? No? Okay. Well, I was listening to some music on our Google Home, and I had on Raekwon, Ice Cream. "Yo, honey dip, summertime, fine Jerry dripping." And so I played that on the 2-minute drive over to Target Boutique. And I turned it way up. And when Method Man came, "Wu-Tang in the cut. For real dudes, what? It's the after party and..." I didn't mean to say that. Sorry, Liz Fisher. But I turned that up. I used to have a 15-inch subwoofer. and a 500-watt amp, but I don't have those anymore because the amp was sucking my battery. It's complicated, but I don't have that anymore. I used to have bump. I used to matter. I used to roll down the block playing Jay-Z Rock the Mic. And now I pull up to my condo playing High Five, I Like the Way, the Kissing Game on my stock stereo from 2013. Oh God, what the hell's the point of this all? Anyways, but bumping Raekwon as much as my stock stereo from 2013 can bump. And I said, I used to get high to this song in college. And John Y went, woo! And Lennox just dropped his head in shame and disappointment. And I can't blame him. Cringe. But I'm not going to be one of these boring parental units who sit in dead, awkward radio silence the entire drive there. I realize Lennox is embarrassed now, but he'll look back and he'll be like, Vince, you were fun AF, bruh. Yeah, that's right. One of my fondest memories of my friend in high school, Arnold Gonzalez, his dad, I'd go over to his house, hanging out in the backyard, doing whatever. He'd be 8 Coors Lights in, yapping, joking, cracking, just being silly. He was fun. And he Gonzalez, Arnold's family is Filipino, so his dad, we'd be just cracking on each other, BSing, party and BS, as Biggie used to say. And he would say stuff like, "Don't bullshit, a bullshitter," and I'd be like, "Yeah." But he was kidding, and we were joking, and it was having a good time. Len and John Y both sat in back, which they do that. Like when Carolyn picks up Len, John Y, and Lincoln Wynn, she has the Kia Sorento, and when it's just her, even all 3 of them, they sit in the back seat. You know why? Because the parents are ops. And you might say something that gives up your game. Parents are the mortal enemy, and heaven forbid you have a conversation with them or exchange dialogue with some adults who raise you and love you. No, that would be strictly verboten. Dropped them off at the Target boutique, and I said, John Y, Lennox, you stay away from the bad boys. Only cavort with the good boys, such as Veer Patel or Chase Wu. And one more thing, don't shoplift. But if you do, get me something. Follow me on TikTok for more parenting life hacks. Went to Baskin-Robbins. I got a free scoop coupon, whatever, in my email. And Lennox loves daiquiri ice. But there's no BR in West Sac, so it's a rare treat. But I got this coupon, and there's BR, which we used to call Banana Republic BR, but now it's Baskin-Robbins. I guess it's just growing old. Banana Republic is no longer relevant, but Baskin-Robbins is to my life. So I go to Baskin-Robbins in Natomas because it's on the way from my job to my job, from my job, around my job. And pull up, do the boop, 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 point, click, zoom, tap, tap, tap on their apparoonie, and I get the free scoop. And I see the price without the free promotion coupon or whatever, $4.99 for a scoop of ass cream. What the heck, BR? And it's cold outside. It was 50 degrees something. How about when it's cold, lower your prices? Who's gonna want ice cream when it's freezing cold out there? It's one of these dual joint locations. It's part Baskin-Robbins, part Togo's. The same hedge fund company owns them or whatever. So BR on one side, Togo's on the other side. It's the same spot, same space. But nothing puts you in the mood for helado like the smell of musty roast beef. So she hands me my, this gal working there, she hands me my scoop of daiquiri ice and a Togo's soup cup. And I'm like, okay. And it doesn't have a lid. I'm like, well, can I get a lid? And she goes back to where the lids are. And there's 3 lids. And she's like, yeah, we're a little low on supplies. I'm like, yeah, no shit. And then I'm like, well, can I get a spoon? And she gives me one of the black Togo spoons, like just the black, nondescript, plain plastic spoons. Not the long, fun, pink BR spoon. I'm like, okay, this is just freaking great. And when I was leaving, one of the employees on the Togo side, mind you, he was eating olives with his bare hands, like just from where they make sandwiches. The counter right there. I'm like, ugh, nasty. But seriously, who is keeping all these BRs in business? There's a conspiracy theory out there. The mattress firm, along with there's the Masons, there's the Bilderberg Group, there's the Illuminati, and then there's the mattress firm conspiracy, where it's like, why are there so many mattress stores in such a tiny geographical area? Who's keeping all these mattress firm stores in business? Is it money laundering? Is it gun running? Is it prostitution? Who knows? But I would like to enter into that debate and say, who's keeping all these ice cream shops open $5 per scoop, especially in the dead of winter? Like, who's going to Cold Stone today? It's freaking cold, yo. Too cold for Cold Stone.
And oop.
Bought Lennox a fabric dresser, 9 drawers. Found it on Amazon. Been looking for some furniture for him, just to spruce up his digs there. And we went with the fabric dresser. Search fabric dresser. Spent a good hour looking around Amazon and Walmart for a cheap fabric dresser. And does everyone skip past the sponsored results? That's the smart way to shop on Amazon. Type in fabric dresser, and then the first 5 are sponsored results, and it says sponsored right there. And then get to the good stuff, the ones that the fabric dressers that deserve prominent placement but won't pay for it. Although sometimes a really good fabric dresser, they pay for product placement, and so it's sponsored. But you don't want to click that because they pay for those clicks. So go to the non-sponsored one and say, hey, you don't need to sell your soul to Jeff Bezos and buy an advert on their stupid website. Fabric dresser, $50. Okay, IKEA, which is cheap, I guess. Cheaper than RC Willie. IKEA's 5 times the cost. Yes, it's nicer, but we're not rich, and who cares? And this way, it can get destroyed, or it's disposable. We can move it around easily. Whatever. The setup video on the Amazon webpage was 2.5 minutes long, and I was like, that seems really long for a setup video. Like, this is how you build it. It should be like an accelerated time-lapsed video of 30 seconds or so to make you feel like, oh, I can do this. This is not so bad. This seems easy. But 2.5 was a little intimidating. It took me about an hour to put the whole bad boy together. I wanted to put it together with Len because I have so many memories of putting furniture together with my stepdad, Grandpa Curtis, or fixing things around the house. But I'm afraid that I won't know how to get out of a jam, or I might look dumb or incompetent, whereas Grandpa Curtis was good at getting out of jams and figuring things out. And if this didn't work, he would try something else. He's good at that. And I've just never really been good at that. I'm getting better, but I'm getting older. So, I don't know. They gave me an Allen wrench That was on one end, Allen wrench, and on the other end, Phillips screwdriver. Wow, groundbreaking stuff. The latest in hot technology. This tool's going to be at CES 2027. I'm sore from all the sitting and bending and squatting and crouching and crawling. Crouching tiger, hidden groin pain. I'm not a young man, and being on the ground and maneuvering myself around on the ground to build a fabric dresser, it comes with some hurt. That was that Johnny Black song. I hurt myself today. Johnny Black? Johnny Cash. That's what I meant. But yeah, it was a couple days of us. Not great. Groinage, backage, pain area. My parkouring days are over. But put it all together. It's fine. It's cheap, but it's fine. And in one of the little drawers, one of the little 9 drawers, I pointed to it and I said, Lennox, you can hide your weed in there. But the big challenge now is to get Lennox to actually put his clothes in the dresser drawers. Alrighty, well, I think I'm done. Take care. Brush your hair. Peace out. I'm outie. 5,000 G money. Gotta go. Late. See ya. Fiend.